Welcome back, guys. This is essentially going to be part 2 to the Fiesta, the little 1 litre EcoBoost that we bought, put a sump on, turned out to be actually a runner, so let's get stuck into it. I've got that flexi to do today, so we're going to touch on that. Let's get that flexi done, and then I've got all the rad pack and a new suspension leg and a new bonnet. There's a wing coming. And I bought a bumper, but that's wrong colour, so we're going to have to paint that. But yeah, let's go into this flexi. As you see, I've pulled all the damaged rad pack off. I'm going to remove this as well today and straighten this corner, this end out. And hopefully, is that the aircon pipe? Yeah. Look has it, that's not been damaged, that aircon pipe. So yeah, all good. But yeah, I've had this off. I've bolted it temporarily back on. So I've cut the flexi into pieces. I'll show you that already. So yeah, I've got to put it back on the car, guys, because it's actually bust, and the rotation of the inner had moved. So I'm going to have to actually spot it all on in situ. So I'll think to that. So yeah, let's bolt this on to the exhaust. I think it goes that way, and then we'll offer the new flexi up. So offered it up, guys. Them studs are what it ripped off from the old sump. I probably didn't show you the old sump in the last one, but you can see there's the hole. That could have been repaired, I know that, but it had also snapped the studs which hold that exhaust on. So this, basically I've cut it, I've bolted that up loosely, slid it over, fits nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a spot weld on either side of that. It's all up on the, see that, it's all up on the flange. So yeah, I'm going to put a spot weld, then I'll clean the rest of it up and get it migged up, and that's done. That's actually cost me, I think, the flexi about £8 or something, as opposed to paying 90 quid for an aftermarket, well, it weren't an aftermarket, but a second-hand cat converter. So that's a good saving, and it'll take no time at all. That's all exhaust done, guys. So I've now, if you noticed, put the bonnet on. What I will show you on these Fiestas, the bonnet hinge bolts, there is hell of a lot of adjustment on there. You can literally fine tune it. What I did on here is I took the wing off, the damaged wing, slotted the new bonnet on, I backed everything off, and I lowered it down into position, and then basically just moved it gently, lifted it to the gaps, made sure all the gaps are right, and it sits nice. And then when I'll obviously left the underside one slack. When I got in position, I just nipped these up. Then I knew it was just a case of the other ones. So I thought it was a bit low there. It's not. That's actually all right, is that? Yeah, no, I'm happy at that. But yeah, front panel, rad pack on. That's straightened all right. To be honest, I need to give that. Now it's all bolted up tight. I just need to give that just a twat, just to straighten it, get it nice and back up. As you can see, it's starting to make one. Put the new LED lights in. It didn't come with LED lights. So if you got one of these are a direct swap. I didn't know. I asked and someone said they were, so they were cheap and they came up at right money, so happy days. Just a quick one, guys. When I got exhaust on that car, but I never started it up first because battery was flat. Turned out, time I got it running and I could hear the engine because there was no exhaust on, we were getting a little knock, could hear a little knocking, so not good. So I think, and I did inspect it when I had sump off, everything looked all right. What I should have done really in hindsight is pulled the big end caps off and had a look while I had the sump off and checked the big end shells, but I didn't. And it's probably come back to bite me now, so because it's knocking. But yeah, I've stripped all the good parts. I've took off it except the rad pack, because the rad pack makes it look a bit more presentable, and it's going back in the auction. So let me just quickly show you guys that. That's the bumper I did on the other video for the Astra. So tidied that right up. So let's nip in garage and show you where we are at with this Fiesta. Like I say, it's going straight back in the auction because I'm not getting involved. An engine 700 quid. It's, you know, it's not feasible. What I have done, I've put the old wing back on. The bonnet I'm yet to change. I've got another bonnet because I just recently bought this for this car. So I've got another bonnet with a dint here, which came off one we repaired before. So bumper on. I've cable tied it up just to hold it on, just to make it so it's not hanging off. Because when I bought the car, it was just rammed in the back. Yeah, rad pack were completely mullered on my car, as you know, so I'm going to leave this one on. I'll take it on my chin. I've put a shocker leg on it, so that's now sat straight, so that looks a bit better. Yeah, overall, guys, it is what it is. Win some, you lose some. It will list us as a non-runner. I did it on the picture. You could see on the rain on the floor where the oil residue had ran, and I should have took that as first sign as to stay clear, but it was what I class as really cheap. I mean, the car was 1,100 quid, so by the time I'd repaired, let's work it out, 1,100 quid. Bonnet were 120, well no, 1,190. We'll say 12 for sake of it. 1,190 plus bonnet. Well, 12 plus bonnet, 1320. Shocker leg were 20, 1360. Rad pack was 180. So 1360, 1460, 1540. Headlights was 120. 1640, 1660. What's other? Bumper 220. 1880, flexi tenor 1890, arch guards were 20 quid, 1910, and there was airbox were 20 quid, 1930. But top and bottom, we will have been in probably about 200 quid done, repaired, which makes it an extremely cheap 1 litre Zetec S. So these are retailing about £4,000. So I would have expected to sell it, and fingers crossed maybe 3.5. However, it just weren't meant to be, guys. So it's going back in the auction. Someone else can buy it. I've done them legwork. I've put all the rad pack on. I'll show you where we are at the minute. Oh, I bought a top boost pipe as well for the car. So I'm going to replace that top boost pipe. One, because it's already ordered. It's in transit, so I can't. I don't really want to send it back. So I put an airbox on the car. I have done legwork. I've put all brand new rad pack on there for someone. So I'm in it for 1,200 quid. How much it's going to make at auction, I don't know. I will come back and tell you. Just put it back in exactly how I bought it. Somebody. I believe this car, somebody else has bought this before me and put it back in when they realised it had an hole in the sump. But either way, if someone won it for 1,400 quid, put them bits on, you know, they'd still have it for 2,800 quid repaired, which is still an extremely cheap 1 litre EcoBoost. However, I just don't want to put the engine in. I'm capable of putting the engine in. I just don't want to get involved, to be honest. I don't want to put another 700 quid into a car. But pretty much, guys, that's it. Not a good end, but we shall see. what it makes, and if I can get some money back, how much I'll lose. You never know, I might even get any more, but I doubt it. But because I'll have to pay fees, so I paid. I'm probably in actually now with the parts I've left on it, the rad pack 180 and the leg, probably in it for about 1400 quid. So plus I'll have fees to pay. So really, it needs to make 1700 quid in auction for me to even break even. So we'll see. Win some, you lose some. So right, cheers for coming back, and sorry it's been a bit of a boring one, but yeah, like and subscribe, and this next video I will tell you exactly, and I'm going to work it out properly and see how much money we've lost.